What's happening, everybody, man? This your boy Trey, man. Welcome to Game Day with Trey. This my son Tristan, my homeboy Face,
How you doing, world?
and we came to bring you guys a good little few tidbits today. All right. The first thing we're gonna talk about, we're gonna go ahead and get it out the way since wearing the Celtic green today. All right, let's go. Let's go ahead and discuss what's going on tonight. All right, at 8:30 tonight, the Boston Celtics travel to the Miami Heat to see if the candle's been blown out.
Jimmy Bucket, Jimmy Bucket. We need you to put it in the bucket. Boy, look at here. It's, it's gonna be an uphill battle. I just feel like Boston might have found their rhythm as a team. They got more confidence, and as the confidence build, so does the trouble for Miami because Boston was already a more talented team. So if they start losing bodies due to injuries, if they start letting the series drag on to game 7, then the more Jimmy got to do is going to be an uphill battle. So I felt like if you don't win tonight, good night. Back those sweets. Back
Tristan,
those sweets.
I mean, I think it's a lot deeper than what we saw these last two games. All right, now you got to remember these last two games, they came out playing lights out. Especially last game. Even though Jason Tatum only gave them 21 points last game, and so did Jalen Brown, also gave them 21 points last game. You're not always gonna shoot 4 or 6 from three with what's his name? I'm yeah with Smart. Smart is not always shooting 4 or 6 from three. All right, to give you that 23 points. And White is not always shooting 6 or 8 from three. That is an outstanding 3 point percentage. I mean, whenever a team comes out and shoots 50% from the field and over 40% from 3 point line as a team, usually you will see that team come out and prevail, and they've been doing that. But how much longer can Boston really do this? I mean, are they ready to go up into Miami and take another one? They already came in there and said, don't let us get one, and got that same one. So it's not like we haven't seen them already do it, but we also haven't seen a depleted Miami team like we've been seeing. Gabe Vincent is more important to the Miami Heat than most people want to even let on. Tristan, what was that record when see? 18-5 when Gabe Vincent starts. Like I if he's out tonight, then you kind of know what it is. It might be nail in the coffin. That shirt
Hey,
might be on for a real reason right now.
I just feel like maybe they have figured some things out and maybe letting on what they figured out because if you just look at the statistical level for the out rebounding, they done out rebounded Miami every game.
They only out
So,
rebounded them last game by one rebound, man. One
but
rebound.
but they often because they wasn't missing.
Neither was
The
Miami.
less shot, the less shot.
Miami actually shoot better. Miami shot 51% from the field last game, but their 3 point percentage was down. They shot 39.1 from three. But like what it really came down to last game was the actual turnovers. That turnover battle, you can't turn the
and
ball over 16
and
times and
and,
expect to
and,
win a game. And that's the
and not
difference.
to mention the lack of defense played by the Miami Heat. Miami didn't play good defense at all, and even Jimmy Butler said, I guess when players miss shots, the enthusiasm leaves them on the defensive end because as they was missing shots, it just seemed like they weren't getting back on defense like they usually do. They wasn't playing the type of defense that they usually do. So if Boston come out and hit their shots and Miami can't hit their shots, it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly.
Man, look, I for the state of Florida, okay, for the state of Florida, I hope and pray that Miami doesn't put themselves in that situation and go ahead and lose this. Because if Miami loses this right here, and then they go down 4 games in a row because they ain't gonna win in Boston. Okay, you talking about Eric Spoelstra's whole legacy being tarnished. No, I'm not putting a lot. I mean, I used to not put a lot of credence into Eric Spoelstra. Eric Spoelstra started off with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. He had Ray Allen towards the end. Like he had a lot of toys, a lot of things at his disposal. Okay, whether he deserved to have all that or not, he had it. Okay. That's where all of his experience and all of his wins, his championship titles come from. Now, when he went back in the bubble and took Jimmy Buckets and them to the tip in the bubble, I put that as a feather in his cap because I honestly feel like they're going to that bubble championship and being able to perform under those conditions was definitely an amazing thing and something that should be applauded because it's definitely harder to play in that type of situation than to play in a normal situation. But like I said, do you think, or basically my question to you is, or you Tristan, did either one of y'all think that this is the end of Eric Spoelstra's long, flawless record of being able to exceed the expectations?
Well,
No,
I don't think you can even say that because he's already exceeded his expectations
you're
just by the
right.
seed they wasn't looking to make it this far. I don't think.
Man, but
Well,
this is
I
a
ain't gonna say
reverse
they didn't.
sweep. There's a lot of the
Yeah,
whole world want to hold it against LeBron for getting swept in the finals by a team when he had a team that didn't even make the playoffs 2 years in a row. When he came,
yeah.
he was started off the season 2-13. You know what I mean?
But
And people are
but
crucifying
but to
LeBron
be
James for that and his legacy. They're not crucifying just him. They're saying his legacy because he got swept. This is a reverse sweep. This is something that has not occurred in the conference finals in the history of the
well,
NBA.
I heard LeBron out his own mouth once say that he was outgunned.
He was.
How can you so in Eric's supposed defense? Right now, he's outgunned. He's outmanned. And whatever is going to happen to his legacy, I don't know. Or they could just put another feather in his cap for making the far he has with all these undrafted players, with the different injuries that he had to deal with throughout the season to some of his key players. So I still feel like he exceeded his expectations as far as what the NBA. Maybe the players might have that type of confidence because all players should feeling like they got a chance to win. I understand that, but right now, just being in the game that they in, I feel like he done exceeded his expectations already. I can't I can't say if he get back those swept, that's gonna tarnish his legacy because really he ain't supposed to be there. That's how a lot of people gonna look at it. He made it farther than he was supposed to make it with what he has this year. Now, as far as the history of what the players he had, yeah, he had some great players, but you still got to put that talent together. So, and being young as he is, I feel like he got a good start on a lot of these
Oh, he
up
got
and
a
coming
he got a
rookies.
heck of a head start now. 4 years in a row to the finals. His first
He,
his first
as,
4 years as a coach. So that's a heck of a
so
head start.
as a head coach, I feel like it's just another good year for him being able to get the most out of the players that he has. And I'm not saying that these players ain't good players or we shouldn't, because apparently they are. They great players to me. To be
Yeah.
able to come from the position that y'all coming from and playing the way that y'all have so far, I commend you. I understand. It's I'm just sitting here talking. I'm not playing the game, so we go. Oh yeah, they add a talent, and people work on their craft every day to be good players. So I don't want to put no knock on nobody's abilities. Or I'm just saying as a fan and seeing that these players the way they played over a certain amount of years, I feel like they got an advantage. They got better players, so you know I give. Hey, I'm a
Tip of the
Florida
hat.
boy to the heart, so I'm a Florida boy to the heart. So I wanted the Miami to do good as they could, but I never had a winner. I'm just being honest with you. I ain't never have a winner. So if the backdoor sweep comes, hey, that's what I expected in the first place.
I mean, I told y'all from day one, the first time we sat down and recorded and talked about this series, that if I was gonna bet this series, I would bet on Boston every game. Every
Yeah,
game, just if I was gonna have to bet every game out front from the beginning of the series, I would say, okay, I'm gonna take Boston every game, and I think I'll come out on top just because of talent, the ability that they have shown throughout the season to come together. Jalen Brown, although injured, still playing with heart and intensity out there. They playing with some good Monkey D out there. Then Jason Tatum, I mean, last game was his worst game. He only scored 21 points last game. He
see,
usually do 30
and,
plus.
and, and
You
that's the
feel
thing
me?
about
So
a series in a game. It's like easily in a game, it's not always the best team gonna win. You feel what I'm saying? It's just how things going. And it's when you get in a series and you might win a couple of games and even game that you wasn't even supposed to win, but it's still you still locked in this series with a person who's better than you and they always got a chance. That's why LeBron like just start with one game. Because all you can do is start one game. Because guess what? When you win one game, now Miami players start to question their abilities and
yep.
how they playing defense and how they is now. Once you start getting those doubts and putting those doubts in the other players' heads and y'all building the confidence up, that momentum swing is hell. Y'all had it at first. You can't hold on to it. And once Boston get it, they looking at the finish line.
So in other words, you're saying it's gonna look kind of like what the Boston Red Sox looked like in '04 against the Yankees when they did that reverse sweep, and it's the strength of Boston again. That's basically what you're saying. You're calling it right now, basically.
I'm saying this year. Miami got hot at the right time, and they was white hot going throughout the playoffs, winning, beating the number one seed. They did a lot of great things, but right now it's like Boston is catching that fire. The Miami Heat is dimming out. Jimmy Buckets ain't putting it in the bucket. Jimmy Butler ain't even attempting to put it in the bucket. Hey, so to me, I just feel like it's all about timing. Boston come together, all they got to do is win. All we got to do is win one game. All you got to do is think about every time one game, and
So in
they're a
other
better
words,
team. So
so basically, money green, Celtic green. It's all the same thing. That's what you're
hey,
saying.
I got it on. I got it on. And even though it's a Jordan shirt, it ain't a Boston shirt. I just feel like
Feel like that's
the
what it
team.
is. Tristan, as a Heat fan, that's just like you ready. You think that your team has already cashed it in? Do you honestly believe like
I don't know
they've given
because
it up?
going back to Miami, I feel like Jimmy's not going to go down without a fight. You're up. You're still up 3-2. It's not like it's tied 3-3. So you still
Your
got
role
time
player play
to.
better at home. So
Hmm.
if you want to close it out, this would be the time to do it. You get some unexpected points from different players. But
Well, everybody, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say it. The line is 2.5. I'm pretty sure the over under is like 213 or something like that.
who getting 2.5
Miami getting 2.5
in Miami?
in Miami.
Oh, that's so disrespectful.
Oh, I know. That's why it's
Oh,
hard
that's
to go
so
against him because I
disrespectful.
know how Jimmy Buckets react to that type of stuff. It's only one game he got to win, brother. He only
Hey,
got to win
hey,
one game. This is the game that he would have to win. This is the moment where Jimmy Buckets, Mr. Illegitimate of the 2-3, dropped down to the 2-2. You know what I'm saying? Coming out of Texas,
hey,
you know how he do. Was homeless. Well, his mama kicked him out when he was 15 years old. You know this boy got a lot to fight for. The only 6'7" black dude that you know that's from the hood that listen to country music.
hey, hey.
Yeah. Like it is like I'm just trying to tell you, this dude is something different, and I'm not
Two
ready to
tears in
truly
a
count him
bucket.
out. You know.
Hey, two tears in a bucket. This stuff be too big in the bucket. This bigger than Jimmy. They. I think they tired of riding the underdog narrative. They got enough money out of it. You know, it's like charity cases, man. You feel me?
Oh
They have to
man.
do that. Hey, you think it's a game? You know,
No, I just dead on. You dead on
so
right now. You dead
now,
on now, because
now it's
ain't no
time.
such thing as bad pub and no money getting paid for an extra couple games. Now the NBA does get paid if there are extra games. So if Hollywood want to be
Right.
Hollywood, like you are implying, then yes, okay, I can see what you talk about. You know, this
Hey,
did make it for a great Disney story. Okay, did make for a great Disney story. It just happens to be down in Florida. You know, but at the end of the day, you know, green team does prevail. Cash rules everything, dog.
Irish, give me the gold. Give me the gold coin. Hey,
Yes,
I'm just
sir.
saying.
Yeah.
Hey, I thought it was gonna be Boston and the Lakers. I knew it was gonna be something like this with a twist to it, and I
All
thought it
right.
was gonna end up.
So next
So
question then. So if it is the Celtics, okay, and this is only just a quick preview, guys. We're not going to dig all the way into this, but if it is just having to be the Celtics versus the Denver Nuggets,
Denver.
does the Celtics get their 18th chip?
yes,
No.
What'd you say? What? Say it with your chest. What?
No.
One more time. Say it
yes.
with your chest.
No.
Exactly. No. I can't. And I'm gonna break it
Hey,
down
I'm gonna
why I
say,
believe that. I'm gonna break it down why I
okay,
believe that. Now, I'm not
and then
saying that Jason Tatum and them don't have the ability to win this chip, but the matchup is not in their favor. You know, like they say in that one movie with the bird and what is it? Catching Fire and what is it? Hunger Games.
okay, then tell
Odds
me
are
this
not
here.
in their favor, dog.
Tell me this
When
here.
you
The only mismatch that they will have is at the center position.
you think so, and not the point guard too.
Everything,
You don't think they got a
everything else
mismatch at the
blocked off.
point guard? So
Everything
you
else
think
blocked
Marcus
off.
Smart? You think Marcus Smart is as good as Jamal Murray?
No, he'll defend Jamal Murray.
You
He
think
gonna
he can
make it work.
defend Jamal Murray?
If he don't, Jalen Brown can defend him.
He couldn't
If he
defend
don't,
Gabe
Jason
Vincent.
Tatum.
He couldn't
Who?
defend Gabe Vincent. Exactly
Who?
who? Yeah.
Who?
Who? The same way.
Who?
Exactly. Gabe
Who is
Vincent.
Gabe? How you
That's
Gabe
exactly
Vincent?
who is Gabe
How,
Vincent, but he couldn't defend him.
exactly.
You
And
know what I
listen,
mean? Like
and that,
what
hey, listen,
what
and that's how he get lost in the shuffle. Who gonna game plan for Gabe Vincent?
Man, look. Man,
So
look. Lost in
your
the shuffle
defensive
is a different
mindset.
thing. It's a different thing when you getting crossed in that pick and roll, and I mean that, and they put Jokic in the pick. He got the ball, and now you pick and roll Jamal Murray and Jamal Murray now, whoever you had,
Okay,
let's just say you put Al Horford. You got Al Horford now on Jamal Murray because you had Al. Okay, then you didn't have him. You have Williams out there now on Jamal Murray, and that's not Marcus Smart. Or you got Marcus Smart in reverse on Jokic. These are not positive matchups, especially when you got the length that they have out there with Aaron Gordon and your boy Michael Porter Jr. Like
but guess what?
this is going to be an interesting matchup, you guys, and I hope all y'all ready to keep
I'm
tuning
like,
in.
I love the Boston matchup against Denver Nuggets, and I'll tell you why. Just like you say, defend them. I feel like Boston has way better perimeter defenders. You got Tatum, Brown, you got Smart. That's you got a smart player and a good enough player in Al Horford who can help Williams with Joker. That's all you need. They gonna stay. I guarantee it's gonna look a lot different than people think. Cause see, it's all about the matchup,
I
and who
know
got
it
to
is.
defend. And guess what? Joker gonna have to defend Al Horford. Guess what? Al Horford gonna take him out to the 3 point.
He
All right,
okay with
Joker
that?
bring. Yeah,
Jokic
they
don't
don't
play
have no
too
rim
much too
protection.
bad D. He don't
And,
play good
and
D, but he don't play no
Jason
bad D
Tatum
neither.
and Jason Tatum
Uh-huh.
and Jalen Brown have a field day
They
going on
have
also.
to. That's the hold up.
They
That's
will
what
have
has
a
to
field
happen.
day going on that dog.
Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown have to have a field day against
They
basically
will attack.
Gordon
They're going
or
to attack.
KCP. Hold up, but it's going to be Gordon. It's going to be down because Gordon's playing the small forward as well as Porter Jr.
Okay,
Then you got KCP, so it's going to be KCP out there at the
KCP gonna
two.
foul out.
You know what I mean? Like
KCP gonna foul out. It's gonna be too. He gonna foul out. It's too much pressure. Who you gonna guard? Who KCP gonna
man.
guard 1-on-1? See, you ain't thinking about that.
Marcus
You
Smart.
One
got to
thing
defend
about it.
too.
One thing about it. Two things for sure. We all gonna see it in about a couple more days, man. June
Hey,
1st, everybody be ready to
okay.
tune
I
in for
want
the
to ask you.
Rumble.
I
For
want
the
to ask you one more
Rumble.
question. I want
Yeah.
to ask you one more question. Do you think Jamal Murray could defend Jason Tatum?
Jamal Murray's not going to be on Jason Tatum.
It's gonna be Michael Porter
It's going to
Jr.
be Michael Porter Jr. on him or Aaron
And
Gordon.
guess what? On
on
who? So
him,
who
on
going?
Jason
So
Tatum.
who going to defend Jalen Brown?
And that's gonna be
Michael Porter Jr. or Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray or Michael Porter Jr.
So who going to defend Williams if he in the game?
Williams, nobody need to defend Williams. Who needs to defend Williams? Grant Williams, somebody
Yeah,
actually need to play D on him. The
yeah, because he
single
run
point guy,
around.
the single
He can
point
run
guy.
around. He's going to use his speed. He know he's
This
smaller than
speed,
them.
man, you would be better off calling on White to try to score your points out there, or
How?
maybe
All he
depend
got,
on Marcus Smart
no,
to show
listen,
up every now and
listen,
again because you
listen.
don't have
If
any
he,
consistency outside of those two, and you don't have
listen,
consistency with those two right now because you
all,
got one of them
all,
injured.
hey, all we have to do is set a pick and dive to the bucket. He's faster than Joker. Set a pick and dive straight to the bucket. All you got to do is get behind him a couple steps, throw it up. He's
All right.
faster. He ain't slow as Anthony
You
Davis.
keep forgetting you keep forgetting about the other two dudes back there. Remember, Aaron Gordon does play good defense. Like he
But
does play some pretty good defense.
Jalen,
He jump out the
Jalen Brown,
gym and the boy is long.
that's why you stretch the field. Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum in the corner, pick with Joker. Williams roll to the basket. Either you gonna have a good
Williams,
shot
you keep
or you
calling
gonna have a
Williams like Williams is the truth.
yeah, because you
Man,
gonna
look, you might maybe I don't know as much about Grant Williams or Williams as you do. I don't know.
he
I
jump.
got to go watch more
I
tape, obviously, but from what
I
I've
know
seen from Williams, I do not fear Williams on offense. There's no fear for that young man.
that
I'm
you know
glad he's in
why.
the NBA
You know why?
and
'Cause
all that,
they
but
need me to coach them. They need me to coach them. But see, I'm gonna just do the. I'm gonna just put pressure on Joker to defend him. If you don't try, if you don't see him dive into the bucket, trying to get those easy looks at the bucket, yeah, you might have trouble for getting him going offensively. But if he's setting picks and dive into the basket, you cause the Joker to have to move. If you get one or two steps, all you gotta do is throw it up. Can't nobody else back there go up and get up high as Robert Williams. So I just
One
be
thing
doing that.
about it, you might be thinking better than Joe Mazzulla. Right now, Joe Mazzulla's whole mantra is that you got to win the 3-point attempt battle. As long as you shoot more threes than the other team, then you might win. He's come out and stated that is his plan. That's what he feels like.
Well, what
That's how you
he
feel.
need to go. He need to go get a sharpshooter then.
You need to go get Ray Allen, get him out the stands. You better go grab
Yeah,
Ray
no,
Allen.
cause Jason Tatum probably. Well, I ain't gonna say that. Brogdon probably their best consistent 3-point shooter right now.
Overall,
Jalen,
yeah,
yeah, I'm talking about far as the
yeah,
making his shot.
yeah.
Uh,
Overall, yeah.
you gotta think about it. And why everybody saying about Greg Williams? It was his last game. I think he just missed his first basket in this series.
But he don't
That was
shoot
just
the
the last
ball.
game. So hey, he's efficient. If you put him in a position, hey, listen, listen. That's what that's telling you. No, what that's telling you is if
Oh.
you put him in position, he might can't create on his own. But I would take the man who ain't missed a shot over a motherfucker who, I mean, or somebody who done shoot 50 times and ain't make none. Jason
Oh
Tatum
yeah.
couldn't buy a bucket. Jason Tatum couldn't buy a bucket, but now they done found their offensive rhythm. That's why I say Miami might be in trouble. Because if it's not just one player finding their rhythm and a whole offense starts to, it's
Well,
you know
and
they
that's what I was pointing out to y'all before. Okay, the 16 turnovers, they only won by 13 points. They won by 13 points this last game because of those extra six turnovers. If you turn the ball over 16 times, you can't expect to win. All right, and especially when even if you got Jason Tatum coming out and having a bad game, shooting 8 for 16, 1 for 6 from three. All right, like you can't return the favor and only shoot the ball 5 from 10 and shoot the ball 10 total times with your star. Butler, like this is when that whole letting everybody shoot the ball stuff and this and that and the third came back to bite Miami. And my honest opinion was what happened last game. They need to
well
respond. The only way to respond and the only way to win, if they ain't gonna win tonight, is gonna be because Jimmy Bucket said, "Don't shoot the ball. Give me that rock. I got to do this
well
myself. Y'all playing. If we don't kill them now, it's over."
well guess what? I think the Miami turnover problem just got a little worse because Gabe Vincent was one of their main primary ball handlers.
Yeah, I know. And he was out last
Now
game. Is
he
he going to be out again? He's questionable. They got him listed as questionable. You know how the NBA does. They ain't really going to let you know until probably an hour before the game. But as of right now, he's listed as questionable. Well, that is
oh
the
oh
bell to let you know it's time to go get the ice cream. You know what I'm saying? You better go put that money on the right team. All right, you heard my
yeah.
homeboy Face. You heard what I said, and you heard what Tristan's got going on, y'all. We gonna get back at y'all about this basketball. Y'all have a blessed day. Stay safe.
See.